Today we're going to discuss the Kongō Class destroyer from Japan, so sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. The Kongō Class is a class of 4 guided missile destroyers of the Japanese Marine Self-Defense Forces, or JMSDF. They are the first ships with stealth technology in use by the Japanese naval forces. The Kongō Class destroyers are named after mountains in Japan, and all 4 also share their names with World War II-era Japanese warships. Kongō and Kirishima share their names with 2 ships of the Kongō Class battlecruiser, while the other 2 ships share their names with the heavy cruisers Myōkō. The Kongō Class guided missile destroyers were built by Mitsubishi Heavy Industries and IHI Corporation for the JMSDF. The destroyer is a modified version of the U.S. Navy's Arleigh Burke-class destroyer. The escort flotillas of the JMSDF operate 4 vessels. The Kongō Class is preceded by Hatakaze Class and succeeded by Atago Class destroyers. The JMSDF built and commissioned 4 destroyers between 1990 and 1998. The keel for the lead vessel in Class JDS Kongo DDG-173 was laid in May 1990. It was launched in September 1991 and commissioned in March 1993. JDS Kirishima DDG-174 was laid down in April 1992, launched in August 1993, and commissioned in March 1995. JDS Myōkō DDG-175 was laid down in April 1993, launched in October 1994, and commissioned in March 1996. The last vessel of the class, JDS Chokai DDG-176, was laid down in May 1995. Chokai was launched in August 1996 for the commissioning in March 1998. In 1984, the United States Navy began looking for overseas buyers for the Aegis combat system. 4 years later, in 1988, the contract with the Japanese Navy came about. As a carrier ship for the system, the JMSDF chose a modified Arleigh Burke-class destroyer adapted to Japanese needs. The first ship, the Kongo, was laid down on May 8, 1990 and commissioned with the Japanese Navy on March 25, 1993. It became the first of few ship classes outside the United States to have that capability. Regarding its designs, it is generally modeled on the Arleigh Burke-class destroyers of the U.S. Navy. The hull adopted shelter deck design as with preceding Japanese destroyers, but it was widened to support the superstructure with 4 Passive Electronically Scanned Array, or PESA antennas, just as the Arleigh Burke-class. Due to this widened hull, the outer panel is inclined to reduce the width of the waterline, which also has the effect of reducing radar cross-section area, and the superstructure prevailed by the SPY-1 phased arrays incorporates stealth features to reduce radar cross-section. They are built on different operational requirements than the Arleigh Burke-class destroyers, such as for carrying extra commanding equipment. The Kongō Class ship's internal arrangement is quite different from the original design on which they are based. Recognizable external features are the vertical mast and enlarged superstructure to carry sufficient headquarters equipment so they could act as a flagship. The vessel is larger than traditional destroyers, featuring a longer helicopter deck aft than the Arleigh Burke-class destroyer. The deeper draft of the destroyer limits its capabilities to conduct operations in littoral environments. The Kongō Class has a length of 161 meters, beam of 21 meters, and a draft of 6.2 meters. The full load displacement of the ship is 9,500 tons. The destroyer can accommodate a crew of 300. For its propulsion, Kongō Class are equipped with a combined gas and gas KOGAG propulsion system. 4 Ashikawajima Harima General Electric LM2500 gas turbines driving 2 shafts develop a power output of 75 megawatts. The propulsion system provides a maximum speed of 30 knots. In addition, the Kongō Class destroyers were the first vessels to be equipped with the Aegis Combat System, ACS, after the U.S. Navy warships. The system integrates an advanced command and control system and a weapons control system (WCS). The high-performance phased array radar system combined with powerful computers can search, detect, and track over 200 targets simultaneously. In July 2005, Lockheed Martin received a $124 million contract under a Foreign Military Sales (FMS) program to supply the Aegis Ballistic Missile Defense (BMD) system for 4 Kongō Class destroyers. 3 destroyers were successfully modified with the Aegis BMD system. In the last point, we will talk about the Kongō Class armament. First, let's have a look at the missiles. The destroyer is armed with the RIM 66 SM-2MR Block II surface-to-air missiles and the RGM-84 Harpoon anti-ship missiles. The Mark 41 Strike Length Vertical Launching System (VLS) can carry a total of 90 SM-2MR missiles, of which 21 missiles are housed in the bow cells and 61 missiles in the aft cells of the VLS. The next is guns that are equipped in the Kongō Class. The main gun fitted is a 127mm 54 caliber Auto Breda compact gun. The gun can fire 40 rounds a minute within a range of 30,000 meters. There are also 2 20mm Phalanx close-in weapon systems mounted on the vessel. Then the destroyer also has torpedoes and anti-submarine warfare ASW rockets, where 2 Type 68 triple torpedo tubes are mounted on the destroyers for ASW rolls. These tubes can launch 6 Mk-46 or Type 73 torpedoes. The ship is also equipped with RUM-139 vertically launched anti-submarine rockets. The RUM-139 rocket is powered by 2-stage solid rocket fuel engines. Moreover, Kongō-class destroyers have a large aft flight deck to accommodate 2 ASW or patrol helicopters, but no helicopter hangar and support equipment is provided on these ships. The last one is about radars and sensors. The sensor suite includes an SPY-1D air search radar, an OPS-28 surface search radar, and a missile director radar. The sonar is an OQS-102 bow-mounted low-frequency sonar. There is also a NOLQ-2 intercept or jammer fitted on the destroyer. Talking flight tests for Aegis BMD systems, in December 2007, Japan conducted a successful test of the SM-3 Block IA against a ballistic missile aboard Kongo. This was the first time a Japanese ship was selected to launch the interceptor missile during a test of the Aegis Ballistic Missile Defense System. In previous tests, they only provided tracking and communications. Afterward, Japan has also undertaken another 2 successful ballistic missile defense tests aboard Myōkō in October 2009 and aboard Kirishima in October 2010. While one test aboard Chokai in November 2008 failed to intercept the target. Thanks for watching, and see you in another episode of Destroyer Ship.